What is going on, guys? So I got a really good question for you guys. Maybe you guys would like to, maybe watch a video of me helping a customer out, because right now it's a very emotional situation on her end, because she owns a 2015 Chevy Equinox. She has issues with her fuel pump, and so when she went online to find a mobile mechanic to come by her house and fix her fuel pump or replace her fuel pump, because there's two different kinds of fuel pumps for certain models of the 2015 Chevy Equinoxes. And one of them is if it's a rear-wheel drive Equinox, the fuel pump is actually in the back in the fuel tank. And if it is a front-wheel drive, which this one is a front-wheel drive, the fuel pump is actually located on the engine. So when she had the mobile mechanic come by to work on her car, the mobile mechanic came by and he took the fuel pump off. And after he took the fuel pump off, he basically charged her $600 to $700 to order the new fuel pump and come back to finish the job. But here's the situation here. So when she paid him $700 to replace that high pressure fuel pump, he uninstalled it, he took off, and hasn't even contacted her back ever since. She's been contacting him, or trying to contact him. Everything's going straight to voicemail. He's not answering any text messages. So basically, he's a very shady mobile mechanic. This is the reason why I don't like getting a mobile mechanic unless you actually go online and look for reviews if this person is actually registered online. Now, my business is actually registered online, and if you want to get a quote, it's best to have me actually, or if you contact me, it's best to have me sit there and quote you how much it'll cost for me to repair your vehicle. Most of the time, I'm going to sit there and say, if you supply the parts, I can do it for you, and my rates are actually really good. Well, this mobile mechanic said that he'll charge you for the part, but he has to order it, which is kind of shady, because what he'll do is he'll remove some parts that he wants, and then he'll disappear and take your money and run. So that's a shady mobile mechanic right there, making quick little money on someone. And so when this customer contacted me, because she stopped by my shop and got my business card, so she reached out to me through my phone, and she asked me how much I would charge to put a fuel pump in, and I gave her my rate, and she was like, well, the mobile mechanic that I haven't had any contact with him in over a week, and he's done some work on the vehicle, but he said he's got to wait for the part to come in because he's got to order it. Well, it's been well over a week, and me knowing very well that if you have to order the part online, it doesn't take more than a week for that part to come in. That part is actually easily accessible from either the parts store, or you could go on Rock Auto or Parts Geek, go on AC Delco's website. They got their supplies on there. You got like all sorts of different brand names that you can go through, and they would ship it out right away. They have them in stock for these Chevys. So when I told her how much it'll cost, because I found the right fuel pump for her, high pressure fuel pump, and told her how much it'll cost for me to get that part. Now, it's cheaper going my route than it is going towards another mobile mechanic, because what they would do is sit there and price it out at an auto parts store and sit there and say, yeah, it's going to cost you $550 and it'll cost you an extra $150 for me to perform the repairs of the vehicle. Now, that's very shady right there, because if they're going through auto parts stores prices and everything, mobile mechanics actually start making more money through the auto parts store, because they get great discounts from the auto parts stores because they're a registered business through the auto parts store, and they can save roughly about 20% on the parts at the auto parts store. Now, when I got with the customer, I told her how much it'll cost for me to get that fuel pump, and told her how much in shipping and handling and how much it'll cost for expedited shipping. I told her how much it'll cost and everything, and she broke down crying, and she just doesn't know what else to do. She wants her money back from this mobile mechanic because he took the fuel pump off and left everything all in pieces. He didn't even cover the throttle body, no nothing. And so I told her that if she ever does get in contact with that mobile mechanic, get the money back, or else take him to court. So when I saw her break down and crying and everything, I left her house. I didn't have anything recording on that video, or that situation of the interaction, but I did take a look at it. I didn't even touch much of her car, just a few pieces that were in the way, and I looked and verified what it was. And when I told her how much it'll cost overall, because I'm only charging her a small fraction, so I'm going to be cheaper than that mobile mechanic right there that charged her $600-700 just to replace that fuel pump. So I'm thinking if I could pull some strings and possibly see if I can financially afford it and help her out with getting her vehicle back up on the road as soon as possible, and she pays me back whenever that happens. Or maybe I can ask around and see if someone would like to donate to help this customer out. That way I could get her vehicle back up on the road as soon as possible. I just don't know. And if you guys want me to film the situation and get her vehicle back up on the road, I can show you how I do the mobile mechanic stuff that I do on the side, other than roadside assistance and everything. I could just fix her 2015 Chevy Equinox. I think it's like a 2.4 liter front wheel drive vehicle, because you know she's lost. She has two vehicles, and she likes to have both vehicles up and running, and she can't rely on that one decent car because she's afraid that the other car is going to break down, and next thing you know, she's going to be stuck at the house and everything else. So I'm going to see what I can do, ask around, maybe get some support somewhere. If you guys want me to film me putting the part on and making sure that her vehicle runs, or starts and runs with no problems whatsoever, I'll get her codes cleared after I replace the high pressure fuel pump, and do a quick little test drive in her Equinox to make sure that it does run and drive and able to go around the block and have no issues right there. I'll run diagnostics on the vehicle to make sure that the vehicle won't throw any codes, that the fuel trims look good, and everything else. We'll see how everything goes from there. So if you guys want me to film that video here in the future, just let me know in the comments down below. And you know, I hate seeing someone in distress that has something so bad happen to them, because a mobile mechanic that someone recommended to her basically took her money and ran. No contact, no honesty, no nothing. And I let that customer know that she can trust me if if she gets the money, I can get the part and I can replace it for a really good price. I'm not going to charge her another arm and a leg out of pocket because that mobile mechanic screwed her over, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. I'm going to go inside. I got to run my numbers. I just parked at the house. After I get done here, I'm going to go to the shop and see what all is going on over there. I got to get with my my father and everything. I got to get a base ID for my business because every time I get a call to go on the Air Force Base, I'm basically waiting over at the visitor center trying to get clearance to go on the base to do the tire changes and lockouts and jump start. So anyways, I'm not gonna hold off this video too long. Just let me know in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe for future content and everything. And as always, y'all have a great day and God bless.